Hello and welcome back to my craft room. This is my slightly bedraggled appearance. Nothing new there. Just jumped out the shower and I have some very exciting happy mail. I think because I recognise the handwriting on the front and the fact that the person that sent it has written "yoo-hoo" on the front. I think this is my box from Johnny. Now, some of you will know my good friend Johnny, Just Johnny Creations, here on YouTube. He's a character, and he's got a lovely cat Ziggy, and he makes amazing, fantastical creatures and things. And he hasn't been doing so much since he moved to his new house. He's been very busy in his garden and hasn't done quite so much of the actual crafting, but hopefully starting up our boxes again will get him going. I will put a link to Johnny's channel. Please go there and show him support if you haven't found him already. He's very entertaining. The box, when we used to do the box before, we used to put together, we gave ourselves a £10 price limit, although I think we both went over it a few times, but the idea was it was a £10 price limit. We could throw in some bits from our own stash as well, but basically not to spend more than £10 to fill a box with craft supplies to do a particular project. We've both got a couple that we sent each other that we haven't actually got around to doing anything with yet, but we really want to start it up again. But we're going to do it a bit different. We're changing things up. What we're going to do now is kind of a makeover thing. We're going to buy some bit of old kit from a charity shop, basically, send it to each other and see what we can do with it. So we're not going to send any supplies or anything. It's just going to be sending some random mystery item. We can then use whatever supplies we've got to customize it, make it over, turn it into something else, transform it into something exciting. So I dread to think what Johnny's found for me. I think he had a good time with the sound of it in the charity shops and bought enough to keep us going for the next few months. And I've already found his, and I was really excited to find the thing that I found for him. So this has got my address. Did actually write my address wrong, so it's very lucky it got here. And it's very, I don't think there's anything on that side. It's very squished and battered, so I really hope nothing's gone missing out of there. So yeah, we'll try and do these. We're going to try monthly and see how it goes. I think it will get me back into doing some other things. Apart from stitching, so I'll be doing some more arty and crafty things again. This is very exciting. Right, I'm going to get this box out of the way. There's a few bits in here. I really see how battered that was. I really hope nothing important went missing. Okay, let's go to the desk. That's better. The desk would have been a bit dark otherwise. Okay, so first thing I see is this, and I'm wondering, because I said to him that a couple of the ladies that do watch him and watch me had suggested that his sashiko piece, so that was from I think the last box I sent him, would be ideal to go on our Bonkers Quilt, and he sent it. How lovely! Feels really lovely. Johnny, I love that. The texture of it's beautiful. So this must be for the quilt. How fab. Oh, I've got a little notebook. Okay, let's open the envelope first. Excuse me sounding so croaky. I'm kind of burning the candle at both ends, trying to get through a never-ending to-do list, which just keeps getting longer and longer. I'm not sleeping very well. Overexcited about the Bazaar event coming up very soon now. I sometimes find I get a bit when I get overtired like that. Weird, I don't know why. Okay. Annie, you will need a lot of imagination and then some for this item. I remember my gran having something like this hanging next to a trio of ducks. Oh my god, what is it? I'm just so excited to see what you have in store for me. I've also enclosed my first sashiko attempt for the Bonkers Quilt. Yes, thank you, Johnny. I've added a few extras I think you may like. See you, bye. That's his catchphrase at the end of his videos. See you, bye. Oh, look at this lovely cute little notebook. You can never have too many little notebooks. That's nice. That's a nice little notebook, thank you. Love the design. Oh, it'll be so nice to have a little piece of Johnny on the quilt. That'll look brilliant. Yeah, it's just such an eclectic mixture of styles, techniques, colours. He's been voice is completely going now. Now here's the extras. I think I can't wait. I'm going to have to. What is it? What is this? Brace myself. Oh my god. Oh my word. Look at this monstrosity. Look at the hat. So it's somewhere called Paso Cellar. I don't know what, do you think that might be height? Yeah, I reckon that's the height of this place. There's this very tasteful little spray of flowers, a little rope around there, and will this all come apart? Oh yes, at least to some extent. And then there's this beautiful little hat, and then some foliage which looks well manky. I love the little tiny pig and the tiny hat, and then the photo of the scene in the background. It's filthy. That is going to be quite a challenge. My first challenge is going to be to see if I really will need to get this glass off, but will it come off without shattering? I'll have to do that very carefully, because I don't think I can transform it without taking that off. If I absolutely can't, I guess I could paint on the glass. Yes, this is going to be. I think this is going to be a really fun challenge. This way of doing the Uo box. I think there's a lot of scope here, and of course, this being wood, it's all paintable. Acrylic paint will go over that. I could also carve into it. I could build onto it. I could cut chunks out of it. I could build onto it with Sculpey or Vimo or something. Yeah, lots of scope, but it's going to take some thought. Thank you, Johnny. I think. Oh. Now you put in some little extras as well. Let's have a look at these. Oh, this is a sticker, I think. Camera's picking up the holographic thing quite nicely. Very nice, thank you. Look at all these little goodies. Oh, this is sweet. Little enamel pin brooch. How cute is that? It looks like it goes with it. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It goes with the notebook. This is lovely. Oh, I'll put that with the quilt stuff, Johnny. Oh, these are nice. I feel like I've seen these before. Maybe I've sent them to Johnny. No, he sent them back. No, because I know he had a lot of paper gang boxes. Sticker sheets. Oh, nice. Oh, that also goes with the notebook, doesn't it? I love stickers. Always nice for tarting up my happy mail. Thank you very much. Rest is never a waste of time. That's a very timely reminder for me. Yeah, and a handy little bookmark. Ah, really nice little things. Thank you, Johnny. Absolutely delighted to have the Sashiko piece for the quilt. Brilliant. Very excited to get the creative cogs turning on this. So what would you do with this? If you've got any ideas, put them in the comments. What would you do if you had this to make over? What would you do? I'm going to leave my brain doing what it does best, and turning this over for a few days before I get started. But whatever I do, I'm not going to get in. I want to try and keep on top of it, and we'll try and get the projects done within the month, and keep this kind of moving, because we sort of let it go before, and we used to really love doing it, and it's a shame to let it go. So yeah, so I need to get thinking pretty quickly and come up with something that won't take me months to do. One of the things that's already occurring to me is how fun it would be to build a little miniature scene in there. And I've been watching a lot of Star Trek, so that might be what's influencing me, but I'm thinking, planets, galaxy. and then I could do something else altogether with these. I can make 2 projects. Okay, right, that's it. I'm going to keep that short and sweet. Thank you very much. Let's just come back up here. Thank you very much, Johnny. I think it's going to be a really fun project. Thank you for sending a lovely piece of Sachik over the quilt. That's going to be really nice. It'd be really nice to have a bit of Johnny on the quilt. Thank you all very much for watching. As I say, if you've got any good ideas, leave them in the comments. That's it from me for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again really soon. Bye. On to the next thing.